Chapter 6 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex has been confirmed, and things just got even crazier. From Shikamaru not actually being the 8th Hokage of the Hidden Leaf, to the fact that we got to see more of Mitsuki's new Sage Mode, and even found out where Kakashi has been since we've never really seen him after the time skip. Things are heating up, and it seems like Kawaki's plan is about to be discovered. Welcome to AJ Anime, and here's everything you need to know about Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 6. Starting the chapter off, we got to see that the two elders, who have been in the Naruto and Boruto series since the time of the 3rd Hokage, Hiruzen, are talking with Shikamaru. First, they wonder why Boruto came back to the village after 3 years, knowing that he has a kill on-site order against him for killing Naruto, to which Shikamaru explained that Boruto actually helped them fend off Code and rescued the village from his surprise attack. The elders, however, don't care about his heroics and want to continue on with Boruto's execution. I mean, like, seriously, these two are 93 years old and haven't learned a thing at all from the deeds of Naruto, Kakashi, or Tsunade. We then find out that Shikamaru is not the 8th Hokage. We learn from the elders that he gave himself a 3-year time limit before accepting the position to figure out the truths of their situation, further proving his doubts about the death of Naruto and further questioning his own memories after hearing Amato talk about Kawaki's karma and being the one who modified his body. The elders insist that Shikamaru accept the position as 8th Hokage because to them, Konoha's reputation has now been weakened and it might affect the village funds. Somehow, they are still being a nuisance with regards to how the village should be run, and are so old that it's a mystery why they haven't died yet. Shikamaru's big brain IQ hasn't failed us yet, and we find out that he's been working behind the scenes trying to put all the pieces together. You can also help us put the pieces together by liking this video, subscribing to the page, and turn that notification bell on as we expand our anime community. That's when we get a glimpse of Shikamaru's conversation with Ino. Shikamaru sent Ino on a secret mission to collect old mission logs. This makes perfect sense for Shikamaru, as he would want to see if there were discrepancies in the missions to verify Amato's statement of Boruto and Kawaki switching places. But the key here was that Ino and Shikamaru were talking telepathically on a private line so that their conversation couldn't be traced by the sensory unit and so that Ada couldn't listen in using her Senragon. Shikamaru wanted no one else but Ino to know what was going on because Konoha's safety hinges on it. Thus, their plan starts to move on to its next phase. We then see Ada and Kawaki talking about the newly evolved 10 Tails, the 4 Shinju that were presented in Chapter 5. Ada reveals that Code ran away and no longer has control over the 10 Tails, and how they are acting on their own instincts now. More importantly, she reveals that they want to kill Naruto as well, but despite hearing about this threat, Kawaki brushes it off as he states that Naruto is safe within his dimension. But what he doesn't realize is that Jura continues to evolve and gain the powers of Ishiki. He will also gain the ability to access the same dimension pocket that Kawaki can, thus giving him access to Naruto and Hinata. This is all due to the inner instincts of each Shinju, linking them to the person that they must kill. Similar to how Bug's Shinju was able to see through Ada's outer body projection across space and time due to the link he has to her. Damon then speculates that these new Shinju would give everyone a hint about the lies told by Kawaki if they came looking for the Hokage, since everyone thinks Naruto is dead. Kawaki looks to be on edge from his understanding of the new situation as he realizes that one slip-up could ruin him entirely. If his lies are detected, everything he feared will finally come true, and that's him being an outsider. But this time, it will be because of his own actions and not his circumstances. We then see Kawaki leave, where he ends up running into Mitsuki outside. At the same time, things are getting awkward between Sarada and Boruto, and Sarada does nothing but think about the hug she shared with him, causing her to blush. Sumire senses the awkwardness in the air and tries to lighten things up by mentioning how good Boruto looks, to which he quickly shows her with a straight face that she's the sidekick in the equation. But he was quick to give Sarada his full attention with a smile. I mean, we've seen this guy with nothing but a cold face for the last 5 chapters, and now we finally see him smile after he laid eyes on Sarada. After giving both his girls some attention, Boruto reveals that he has to keep his chakra signature erased so he doesn't get discovered by the sensory unit, but also knows he doesn't have much time because Kawaki will eventually notice him due to their karma resonance and their similarities as Otsukis. He then tells Sarada that Sasuke was absorbed by the 10 Tails and turned into a divine tree. He mentions how the Shinju are taking the chakra from these divine trees to further evolve, and that its fundamental purpose has always been to devour chakra and then eventually devour an Otsutsuki, so that they can turn into a divine tree. Surprisingly, Sarada isn't affected much at all by the news of her father. After learning that those who turn into divine trees are still alive, she is focused on how to turn everyone back to normal as the future Hokage that she is. We then see Kawaki with Mitsuki again, as Kawaki picks up on Boruto being in the village. However, as he prepares to go after him, Kawaki is knocked unconscious by one of Mitsuki's snakes. I mean, come on! Ever since Boruto 2 Blue Vortex began, Kawaki has been taking L after L, and now he's falling because of a snake bite? What has this man been doing for the last 3 years? Anyway, Mitsuki tells Shikamaru that Boruto is in the village, and that he plans to go after him instead of Kawaki going, since Boruto could pick up on his presence as well. This is because of Kawaki and Boruto's connection, where they can sense one another, and to Mitsuki right now, he wants to protect Kawaki from Boruto, or he might want to take revenge and outright kill Boruto without Kawaki trying to intervene. Next, we see Shikamaru reach out to Boruto telepathically through Ino's technique. Realizing that Boruto is in trouble, Shikamaru tells him not to react and to hear him out. In order to prove that he's trustworthy, he tells Boruto that someone is coming for him, and then suddenly, Mitsuki's snake appears and wraps around Boruto, trapping him. Now that Boruto's captured, something totally insane happens. He uses the Flying Thunder God or Flying Raijin technique to teleport his way via his sword by hip-thrusting his sword from its sheath away from the snakes. Boruto is looking like his master Sasuke when he uses his Rinnegan to teleport or switch places with something, and his stats continue to rise in the series. If you don't know what this was the technique that both Tobirama, the second Hokage, and Minato, the fourth Hokage, mastered. I mean, Boruto is just absolutely busted at this point, and we still haven't seen him use his karma yet. Mitsuki asks Sarada to move aside because he can't control his own strength, and from here, we see that unlike Sarada, Ino, Sumire, or Shikamaru, Mitsuki has totally been brainwashed and is not even harboring a speck of doubt. What's sad about this is that I just wish Sarada had enough strength and wasn't afraid of Mitsuki. I don't want her to become Sakura 2.0, but sadly, I think that's where things are going to be headed towards, even though she already acquired the Mangekyo Sharingan. After that, Mitsuki continues to attack Boruto, but this time with snakes made out of chakra. But then, in another surprising move, Boruto uses purple lightning. And if you don't know why this is surprising, or just don't remember where this came from, it was developed and mastered first by the 6th Hokage, Kakashi himself. This technique is just as strong, if not stronger, than the Chidori, and was meant to replace it after Kakashi lost the Sharingan. Interestingly enough, in the entire series, we have never seen a person use purple lightning aside from Kakashi, which means that the only person that Boruto should have learned this technique from is him, and no one else. We never really got to see any flashback on who did it, but it can either only be Kashin, Koji, Sasuke, or Kakashi. With this new jutsu, Boruto makes light work of Mitsuki's chakra snakes and cuts them all down. Mitsuki again uses another attack called Striking Shadow Snake Assault, where he summons gigantic snakes from the ground, but Boruto just jumps, and we see him finally unveil his other Otsutsuki ability, which is flight. We get a cold panel of Boruto standing upside down in the air, looking like Gojo when he declared himself as the Honored One. We knew this reveal was coming, as every Otsutsuki has the ability to fly, and now that he's 100% Otsutsuki, it was only a matter of time. Boruto then promises to Sarada that he'll save everyone, including Sasuke, who's been turned into a tree. He was just about to say something else too, but he said, never mind. So there are a couple of things that he could have wanted to say. One is that he wants to save his dad, Naruto. 2 is that he wants to save Sarada. Or 3 is that he wants to save the entire world. But I'd have to go for number 1, since saving his own father is also on his priority list. As Boruto is flying in the sky like Superman, he gets another telepathic connection with Shikamaru. He reveals that even though he is a traitor to the village, he wants to help Boruto, and wants Boruto's help as well, but has to do it secretly. He couldn't stop Mitsuki from attacking him, as that would have made him look suspect as Hokage. That's when he drops another bomb, asking Boruto if he's actually named Boruto Uzumaki. He then says that even though he said it, he's still having a hard time trying to accept it, and he only realized when Amato brought it up that his memories might have been fabricated. So that's when things also started to make sense, and that Kawaki was lying. This basically just confirms everything that Shikamaru is aware that his memories aren't real, which makes sense since he literally is one of the smartest people in all of Konoha. This also adds Ino to the list of people that actually know the truth of what's going on with the switch of Kawaki and Boruto's life. He also asks Boruto to tell him the truth, but their conversation is cut short by the arrival of Mitsuki. Yup, Mitsuki planted a snake inside Boruto's cloak, which was actually relaying Mitsuki information on his whereabouts. Boruto looks into the distance, and there he sees Mitsuki running towards him with Sage Mode still activated. We then see Boruto with a serious face as he claims that things are about to get rough for Mitsuki. But the chapter ends there. So we don't actually know the full extent of Mitsuki's abilities from this chapter alone, and we'll have to wait for chapter 7. However, judging from how calm Boruto still is, it seems that Mitsuki won't be any trouble for him at all. And that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for all things anime. We look forward to dropping more bangers, so stay tuned for more, and let us know in the comments what content you'd like to see more of. Thanks for watching, and see you next time!